How's it? What's happening, peoples? Where's my things? Where my stand at? Oh, here he is. We were using him outside. Forgot to put where he is on the inside. Here we go. Let's clean this bloody glass up. Had a call now. Here we go. Kijk net hoe mooi lekker, man. Vars eieren stort dit. So mooi. Oh yes. What a live it's gonna be tonight. What a live it's gonna be tonight. I have got the most excellent of excellent news. I have got the most excellent of excellent news. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So, for all of you guys who don't know this, I have been trying to get a contact to organize cones with surround for some time now, and as I don't know if you guys checked some of the video that basically maybe brought you here. I have received a pair of samples basically to show me what the quality will look like and what it looks like basically, and I gotta say it looks hella nice. Decent quality, don't look too shabby, real nice. Very happy with what it looks like. I can finally get that one set done that's been laying here for almost forever, almost a whole year now. I've got that subs laying here, trying to get, what did I do with that screwdriver? I think I left him in the car. Anyways, trying to get a pair, and today I finally got it. I've been begging, I've been asking nicely, but eventually, you know, wifey was there and said, yo man, I don't think you should deal with nobody no more. Everybody's just out to make you, either they're doing it to make you look bad and promising you to give you the stock and then not giving it to you on purpose, or they just can't deliver what they're promising. Either way, you making promises to your customers that you could deliver, or you're going to try your utmost best to deliver, and then they're not coming through on their end. And the biggest red flag for me was when I ask to do payment and you decide to tell me, nah, don't worry about the payment. See, for me that's a bit weird, because I know everything costs money and nothing is for free. So if you're not willing to take my money from me, then why? Nobody that I've asked for spares has ever sent me a bank detail so that I can say, I want 50 of this, there's your money, I deposited into your account. Maybe on a level they kinda know that if they screw me over, the cops is the last thing they gotta worry about, man. Because now you're messing with my babies, you're messing with my family's bread and butter. Is it Mr. Turbo? Yeah, you can do that. You can send the woofer and I can have a look at it. Well, we'll have a look at it together here on the live, because like I said previously, all my work that I do on the live, so that we don't have no misconceptions and stories that go around of, no, that dude don't do nice work, and that dude do cock, and that dude does that, do that. That dude's a gat. That dude is dead. Yeah, we do everything on the live, so you can see what the quality of the woofer is that came in, and then you can see how badly you broke it, and then you can see how nicely I fix it. You sent a speaker that doesn't have any more workings, and now it's working. What size woofer would that be, Mr. 786? Repair cost depends on the size of the woofer and what work needs to be done to the woofer. Yo, man. Woo. Oh snap. Don't tell me there is. Yeah, there is. Damn it. Yeah, then most likely 786, it's the tensile wires. I don't sell woofers, only do repairs. Sometimes the woofers get left behind, and then I'll sell it to cover my costs. Well, not to cover costs, to get it out of the house, because I can't keep, even though you paid for the repair, it needs to get out of the house, because I can't just be keeping stuff laying here. It takes up space, so I'll sell it because of that point. Ah man, this is gonna be really nasty. I can't do that. The speakers, okay, let me let me explain it to you this way. Your speaker's broken, okay? What I then do is I open it up. You see how the coil is burnt. You see, oh okay, I see the wires are burnt, it's laying everywhere, or the wires laying inside and I gotta pull it out. Whichever way it burnt, it's not working anymore. I only take all the burnt wire, I remove it off the former, and I put the same size new wire back onto the coil. Now the speaker's working again. I don't touch the spiders, I don't touch the cones, surrounds, none of that. So there is zero reason why the speaker won't bang the same way it did. Now the problem comes in the speaker broke in your setup, okay? After it is been repaired, you still have a problem in your setup because the speaker broke. So you need to go and search your system to see where the problem is, find it, fix it, and then you won't have any issues with the repair. But if you have an issue with your system and you break a woofer or two subs, one sub, two sub, doesn't matter what it is, and you send it in for repairs and I do the repair, remember one thing, very important, very important. When you gave the speakers to me, they were not working at all. No sound was coming out from them. There was no bass at all. I fixed them and I show you on the live what the speaker looks like, how you fucked it up. I show you. Then I show you how pretty I make it again. I do testing here. I put it on the amplifier. It's not a big amplifier. That's a 350 RMS amplifier at 2 ohms. So I test the woofers here. You see it, you hear it, everything is nice. How's it, Master? I'm in Boksburg North in the East Rand. When you get the woofers back, You did nothing to your system. You were just sitting and waiting for the woofers to come back. If you take the subs and put them back in the box and you start banging again, they are going to be blikseming. But it still does not take away from the fact that something went wrong in your system that burnt them the first time. If you didn't go through your system to see what burnt the subs in the first place, the subs are gonna burn once again. You cannot put subwoofers, you cannot burn subwoofers and then take new subwoofers and put it in the same environment and expect a different outcome. How's it, Mark? What is Pro Speakers? Hey man, what is this? I need to find this flippin' stuffies. Hey, what is here? Fucking pins and needles and shit. Oh man, probably trying to kill me here. No, it's not everywhere. It's here and there. Okay, so cool. Let's just take off all of these things. Ah! Okay. Yeah, this is upgrading the coil. You need to elaborate on that. What do you mean by upgrading the coil? Making the coil stronger and all the things there? No, my guy. Even if the coil is stronger, if that's what you're getting at, even if you got a if you're getting now a stronger coil, if that's the question you're trying to get to, if the magnet doesn't have enough strength, I'm in Boksburg North Eastern, guys. If the magnet doesn't have enough strength and your spiders isn't stiff enough or strong enough, and your cone isn't stiff enough, strong enough, then that coil is not going to have any purpose. As I said before on my previous lives, companies, not certain brands, all brands do research and development as to what height the coil must be, what size the coil must be, what thickness the wire must be, what's the strength of the magnet where the coil is going to fit into, how much spiders must be on that, and what type of surround it must be, how high the surround must be for the excursion to go, how thick or what type of cone it needs to be. Must it be the carbon fiber one? Must it be the paper one? Must it be paper pressed? Must it be loose paper? All those things, they do research and development on that to give the speaker the best output for what it is built for. You taking a part from one speaker and putting it into a different speaker, you may get a better outcome, or you may get the same outcome, or you may get a worse outcome. That's now your research and development. You understand? You researching and developing now, messing around with different brands and chopping and changing to find out which one. If you take the cone from this, and you take the magnet from that, and you take the spider from here, and you take the thing from there, hey, it doesn't play so lekker. Nah, it's not as loud as I thought it would be. Then you take it and you put it in another one, and you do that, and eventually you find one that's a winning combination, and now all of a sudden you got a lekker woofer. But to make a speaker stronger just by putting a better coil, no such thing exists, because there's too many components that has to work hand in hand in order for you to get a gain out of the coil itself. Then when you do all of those funny things and you put a stronger coil, remember, if this thing has a single spider and the coil that was on there was, say, 40 mil high, and let's say 0.3, how's it, man? Yeah, wood bank, it's a bit of a distance to me, but yeah, can be done. That spider that they put on there is for a specific height of coil, specific weight of the coil, basically, put it that way. Look, man, that thing of settings and stuff, I feel like I need to do a live on that, because the video, when I try to do a video, 10 minutes is the most you can do, and then the size of that 10-minute video is too big. And man, I got something. He kaks het vast in die keel en hy wil nie kom nie. He'll come out now. I know, I can feel him. He's right there. I'll do a video, a live dedicated specifically to the amplifier stuff. But here's the thing. When I talk about things, I'm gonna get a lot of feedback or fighting from other people, because there's a lot of people who do installations who's not going to agree with me. So when I talk to you guys about these things, just know that your installer may not agree with me, and that's fine, because he has a different view and a different way of installing. How's it, Miguel? There's different ways we all do things, and there's different subs names and different sub brands and different people that does repairs and all of that things there. So being different isn't necessarily bad. Just keep that in mind. When I tell you something, don't not go to your installer and say, yeah, but that only say like, he gonna tell you what I tell you. Fine, ever that. Oh, don't come here by me. Amplifier spip, hey man, I went once with somebody to Pretoria, but I cannot for the life of me remember what is the name of the place. But it's in near Kailami somewhere. Just try and Google to see for parts, and if you see a company that's Kailami, not Midrand, what is it, Midrand? Kailami, Centurion, stay around there. I think that's the one. I can't remember what the hell is that thing's name, man. I went once, and half the time, the first time we went, all of us went for the first time to the place. We never know where the place was, so we got lost with the whole the GPS also said turn left here, and we were supposed to turn the next left. We ended up in the Kasi. We were so bloody lost. Finally got to the place. I wasn't paying attention to fuck all. It was one of those days where I wasn't driving, so I was just enjoying the view of everything. I very seldom get a chance to do that, where I just sit and just can take in the sights. And the one thing I was supposed to take in, I didn't take in. Oh, the bass buns. Man, I can do bass buns, but you need to take the speaker out of the bass bun. I don't have the space for the bass buns, and I had one very bad experience with the bass buns once. So I don't take the whole bun. You'll have to take the speakers out of the bun. Then I can never look at it and sort it out. But yes, I do that also. I did a few speakers for the school about 4 years ago. I sorted out the school speakers at the Lighties High School. They're still using that speakers, no issues. So yeah, that I can do. I told them the same thing. You'll have to take the speaker out of the bun. I do not have the space to keep the buns here, because the bad thing, I had bras that brought it, and it was from a tavern. And here's a thought. Take the speaker out of that the bass bun, and then test the speaker separately, because I've come to know with the bass buns, they've got that like that box inside. Boksburg North in the East Rand, they've got this PC board inside where the speaker is connected to, and sometimes that PC board is damaged, so you'll be able to, then you need the crossover, but then sometimes that is the thing that's damaged. There I can't help you. If that's the thing that's damaged, my guy, there you're gonna have to buy a new one. And the only place that I know that does new in that, Who does new for that? Send me a WhatsApp. I'll look for the place's name. I can't think of the place's name. LA Sound. Yeah, I've heard of that. A1 Radio. Yes, A1 Radio. But they're in Durban. But still, doesn't matter. You can bloody courier the stuff up. I don't know if there's an A1 here in Joburg. But if there is, yeah, then that's the Menses you need to get hold of. If it's that. If it's the sub itself, then yeah, I can sort that out for you. But take it out of the bin and just connect it onto a normal radio. Don't amplify it now. Just put it on a radio and see if it plays. If it's playing, then you know it's the bin, the crossover. If it's not playing, then yeah, okay, fine. And sometimes you'll be able to smell it once you've taken it out. Then you'll know. Sure, my guy. Yeah, so like I was saying earlier, I've been begging for months and asking guys about cones and surrounds and everything, and I finally got my I don't know if you guys checked the video I posted up earlier today. I finally got my samples. They sent my samples of the cones and surrounds, and they sent a sample of the dust caps as well. So yeah, November. Yeah, November. It should be sometime in November. I'll be getting a little bit more in. If the sales go well with that, with those, then by next year I'll be getting in the 15s and the 10s as well. But I'm just doing what I'm gonna be keeping, only what guys will normally buy. No, this is not Rebel, this is Devastator. The Rebel, the magnet is smaller. The Devastator is the big boy. It could be the Rebel also. I don't even know. XTC is just a different, man. Okay, so these, I've got two of them. It's not a Venom. It's the top of it is the Venom, but the basket and magnet is from a Tagacom. So just the spider and the cone is from the Venom. I did the coil, and the cone, the basket and magnet is from the Venom, from the Tagacom. This one here is making faulty stories. Man. I forgot to mark it when I took it out. And now when I put it back in, I put it in wrong. Left was supposed to be right, and I put the right on the left. So now I'm gonna open it up again and twist him around and put it back in again. But I tested it, it's working. I just can't turn it up obviously because it's not aligned, and when you play it when it's not aligned, that's where you damage the coil. Because it ends up rubbing on the outside wall, and then it scrapes the coating off, and then it'll arc on the top plate. Either the sub blows, or because of how it arcs, it'll make the amplifier also blow, which is how my 18s ended up breaking my monoblock. So yeah. Trial and error, my guy. That's my now. You see, a lot of people go to varsity and they pay varsity fees, When you're doing this type of work and you're trying to teach yourself, that's your varsity fees. It's the trial and error period where you need to spend money and basically waste it because you thought it was a 0. What and then you did the coil and you tried to put it in, doesn't fit, or you did the coil and then you measured it and then the ohmage is different. So I take it like that. You have to pay somewhere something, so I take it as that's the form of payment that needs to be done. I'm opening up the woofer so I can replace the tinsel leads that's on here. They burnt, so I need to replace them and put new ones on. But I want to open the woofer up as well because according to the customer, when he had the subs, he said no, they're not broken, the subs are fine. So I said okay, no issues. He said he tested them, they're fine, the coils are okay. And then I'm like, alright, then if the coils are fine, then what do you want me to fix them? So he said, nah, I need to fix the tinsel leads. Yes, I do repairs. So we are here today to open this guy so I can get to the tinsel leads. What the hell happened here? When did this happen now? It was that flipping thing. Okay, here we go. As long as we get the first starting. Looks so. Okay, before I go any further, I would like to show you guys something. Now, before I go any further, here's the thing. I do the lives on here because I was out of this job for 1 whole year, because at the end of when I left this, work wasn't coming in, firstly, and secondly, I started hearing stories as to why work isn't coming in, because there were a few people that were saying that my work has gone to shit. And to be fair, to a certain degree, my work did fall off. But when the work fell off, okay, not when the work fell off, before the work fell off, when the work was still brilliant and amazing, everybody was praising you, and then the work started falling off, they were like, yo man, nobody asked what's happening. Instead, what happened was people jumped on the bandwagon and they were criticizing, rightfully so, but at the same time it wasn't constructive. And again, nobody asked what's going on, why. And at the time I was dealing with some personal shit with my kids and everything, so yeah, that happened. Secondly, very important thing that I'm going to be showing you guys now. Understand this. I don't care who fixed the woofer before me, because circumstances could be where people are just like, yeah, just fix it so it can work, so you can sell it. Either which way, the reason why I do all of my work on the lives is so that everybody can see what the woofers look like when they come in. And when I'm showing you guys what the woofers look like when they come in, It's not to say that the guy who worked on it previously did shit, regardless of how shit the work is. Don't know what his circumstances is as to why the work was done the way it was. And at this also, you don't know if that was he probably told the customer, hey man, we can do this, but it's gonna look like shit. And the customer was like, yeah, do it. Customer does it, the speaker works, sells it, you get it, and after you get it, it works, plays for a month, 2 months, 3 months, breaks, you send it to me. And then I open it, and that's what happens, right? You weren't involved in a conversation. You can't get mad now. The only reason why I'm showing this is because I want to have it on record that this is what I had to deal with when I opened up the speaker. I don't care where it went to before me. It doesn't matter to me. The bottom line is, for me, I say thank you that the work is here and I got something to do. So let's get into that. Just wanted to get that out of my chest so you guys can see, and we don't want to compare nobody to nobody. Okay, so you can see this looks like it is loose. I don't know, I'll have to take it out and see, but definitely the form is damaged here on the top. It's damaged on the top there, so that's maybe why this one is getting stuck. Okay, so I'm gonna open up this one here now, take it out and see what the rest of the thing looks like, because it's not supposed to get stuck like that. Man, top 5 brands and stuff, I don't do all of that, my guy. The problem with saying, hey, I like this brand and that, look, I dig brands also, but I feel that every brand has his place, you know what I mean? Why are you doing this now? Every brand has his place. Every subwoofer has his place, because you need to understand something, that the reason why not all of us is using Morel, Alpine, DD, Kicker, Gladden. We're not, we're not using all of the Rockfords, all that Sound Vegas and everything. Dude, we can't afford Sundowns. So the purpose of these type of speakers is, hey man, I got something that's banging in my car. You understand? Bose, exactly. The reason why we don't, the reason why these companies exist is because they are companies that offer a service for you to have sound in your car. If you can afford these things, my guy, 100% go ahead. But for me to say what's my 5 best brands, I've heard vehicles that has the sound that I would like, but when the man tells me, you see this tweeter, this bottom tweeter is 20,000, and that one over there is 20,000, and this top speaker is 15,000, and that top speaker is 15,000, and this tweeter on my door is 8,000. I already know that this vehicle, even though it sounds, it's the best sounding vehicle I've ever sat in, I can't afford none of that. So what's the purpose in me now saying, hey man, the best 5 brand speakers and subwoofers are A, B, C, D, and E, and you're gonna be like, yo, yeah man, yeah, I need to go have a look at that. You go have a look at it. You're just having a look at it. What you need to do is you need to go and have a listen. If you want to talk about the issue I have with the question you asked is that you are asking a very broad question. For you, in your mind, when you're asking the question, you're saying the thing because you know what you're saying and you know what you're trying to ask and what you're trying to find out. You see where you're going. Targa, Venom, Street Python. I was talking about Gladden, Morel, the guy mentioned Bose, Kicker, Sound Vega, Pegasus, Diamond. I'm mentioning those brands, and I'm thinking of myself, ooh, you're talking about 5 best, and you coming with Taga Venom and Taga Python. Not saying that these aren't good products, because Venoms and Pythons, my bro, they bliksem. I had the 212s in my car. It was blikseming the moor out of things. No, they are high class brands, but they do have affordable, lower range products. That if you look at what you're spending on a Targa Pro Mid, like the big Pro Mids now, the high end, Targa's high end Pro Mids, the ones that's screaming, you can probably buy a low end in the Alpine and Kicker and all of those things. But the thing is, we've been conditioned so much that those are top brands and high end. We don't even go and look at the prices. All we do is we like, no, we can afford Targa. Then Targa says 1,500 rand, 1,700 rand for a 2 6x9s and 2 mids, and you're paying 1,700 for that. And then it doesn't sound as nice and as clean as if you just spent the 1,500, 200 cheaper for the Alpine. You could have bought 2 Alpine mids that would have sounded nicer. But then there, that I think is the conversation we're trying to establish here. What do you want from your speaker? Because I'm saying I've mentioned these brands, and my mind is going there when you're talking about 5 best brands, because I'm thinking about the quality of the sound. When I'm listening to my music, and I know that there's a violin in that song, and I heard this song on another guy's car, and I didn't know that there's somebody playing on a drum, but he's playing the clap on the drum. You understand? And then at the end of the day, when you're sitting there and you're like, nee, bras, I'm a piano. Yeah, I'm a piano, got a piano. There's a kick drum, there's a bass drum, there's a low end drum, there's violin in there. But on your system, I don't hear none of that. So we need to look at what you need to, when you have this type of conversations, you need to make it clear where your understanding is at, so we can all get into the same ship. You understand? Because if you're talking about quality base, no, different qualities is different, bruh. Qualities is different. If you're talking about quality base, even that can be a very deep conversation. Nah, not necessarily distortion. Right? Distortion, look, we can all pick up distortion. We know what distortion sounds like. And you have to take your hat off for the taxi association and the taxi people that's dollaring the stuff, because today there's very few taxis that drive around and there's distortion. Man, Houdini, 215s, I feel personally, 215s in any car is extreme, because our vehicles are too small. If you put in 210s in the size of our vehicles that we have today, again, here's the question that you're asking is brilliant. It's perfect. It's perfect, the question you're asking, because let's, for argument's sake, say we go sit and listen to music. We're not listening to bass testers. We're listening to music, like stuff you put the radio on and you're listening to what is on the radio, right? Choose a station, doesn't matter. Okay, it matters, because 94.7 you're listening to Rick Ashley, and we don't listen to that shit. You take 5FM, Metro or YFM, right? Now you got those 3 stations. Anything that they play there needs to sound brilliant on your car, in your system. How's it, Marcus? Boxburg North in the East Rand. Yes, 8-inch, and I would say 10-inch as well. I was always single 8, and then the 10-inch I had for the wife. When I put that in the car, I was blown away with how amazing it sounds. Every single song I've listened to with that single 10, I had a smile on my face. And I drive, I don't smile when I'm driving. I'm listening to music, but that damn system made me smile. I was extremely happy with how well that sounded. Yeah, no, look, don't talk about America, because the way they do stuff and the way we do things here, we are worlds apart. Why is this glue sitting so fucking tight? This glue is so stiff. How's it, Judish? So you have to have a conversation of when you're saying nice sound. So you listen to say for instance we take a polo and we put two tens in a polo, and then we put two 15s in a polo, and you say put the bass on half in the polo with the 15s, and you put the bass on half with the polo in the 10s. The 10s will sound way better, but that is for me. You get in the car and you be like, nah, it's not loud, turn it more up. You understand? Loudness, my friend, it's an individual thing, because I can be content with my single 8-inch. 10-inch, it's a ground zero. But I've recoiled it because I burnt it. I turned the amplifier too high with something. I was doing some shit and I was playing out the frequency. The box will play well if you're playing in the 20 hertz, but because of the size of the woofer, it doesn't handle the 20s so well. So I kind of overdid it. I know I did this shit. I messed it up and I ended up, well, it didn't burn where it stopped playing, but the coil was black. So I was like, nah, I don't want to keep it like that. So I ripped it apart and I redid it. It was burnt. When it's black, it's burnt. But it was still working. It was still playing. And I just said, well, fine. It's burnt. Just take it out and redo it. So I recoiled it and now it's laying here. I'm probably going to put it back in the car tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to go to the Kempton Park show. I don't want to run the 12s there. I think a single 10 there would be nice. My vocals complement the bass very well when it's the 210, when it's the single 10. When the 12's in there, the 12s kind of start screaming over the 12s. Sorry, when the 12s are in there, the 12s are screaming over the vocals. You hear a lot of the car. Was it fired up audio? Just send me a WhatsApp, guys. If you want to know where the show is tomorrow in Kempton, send me a WhatsApp. I'll send you all the flyer. I can't remember what's the name of the place that they're having the show at. It's not Bradell. It's Barendor by some street name, but I don't know where it is. Yeah, the Kempton show. Yudish, what's happening? I'm in Boksburg North, my guy, in the East End. 12 volt, 20 amp. 12 volt, 20 amp. I don't know, man. 12 volt, 20 amps. I think 20 amp might be too little, eh? That's a 350. Yeah, I think the power supply is too small, my guy. I'm using a 40 amp, and that's a 350 amp amplifier, 350 RMS amplifier, 2 ohm amplifier. And this thing still cuts out. If I turn the bass too much there, the power supply switches off. So no, 20 amps is too small. You need to get a bigger amp, or get another one and join them together. Run 2. Okay, let's put some Tamagotchi juice here. No, you connect it in series. You take the one wire from here and the one wire from there and you connect that, and you take one from here together and connect that, and then you put that on positive and negative. You can do it the other way, but then you're sending some psycho power into that, and more often than not you burn the coil within seconds. Yeah, 50 amp will be much better. Mansveter, waar is hy show in Kempton en Mora? Ek het jou die flyer gestuur man, maar ek het nie gelees waar is dit. Ek weet dit is in Kempton. You dish, I'll tell you, yeah, it won't cut off, and then you will turn all the knobs to the right and then it cut off. It will cut off, my guy. You need to set the amplifier right. That's why I say, don't ask me about home stuff. In the house, you blow out your lights and stuff when I finish give you advice. When it's in the car, it's a different story. There it's only 12 volts. Here in the house, my guy, it's a different story altogether. Here we're dealing with proper kilo voltage. The voltage here can fry you. You will lose your life in the house. In the car, you'll get burnt a little bit. Or you make a boo-boo and a aina. That's about as far as it goes. In the car. Here in the house, 6 feet under, boss. That's why when you ask me about house things, stay away from me. Me, I'll send you. And then I'll tell the people, you said I must take your stuff. You said you're gonna donate all of your sound to me. Okay. There we go. Okay. I don't like this. This is giving me some serious anxiety here. Two DVCs on a 4-channel, positive to negative, and then you take the positive and negative that's open here onto one channel, and you do the same on the other one. So you connect one positive from this side, you take the positive here and you connect it to the negative that side, and then the positive that's open here you connect to the positive on the one channel, and the negative from here onto the negative of the one channel, and you do the same with the other one. Don't bridge it, because when you bridge it, the 4-channel may not have enough power, and we don't know what DVCs is it dual 2s, is it dual 4s? So your best, the safest option would be like how I just said now. I wouldn't suggest putting DVCs on a 4-channel. Get yourself a monoblock. But if push comes to shove and that's all you have and that's all you need to do it now, it has to happen, then that's basically your safest bet. If the girlfriend is coming over tonight and you have to show off, then that's how you show off and not break anything. Walaikum salam. Yeah, I don't know where exactly is that place, man. But like I said, send me a WhatsApp. I'll send you guys the flyer that I got from the people that's hosting the show. And you can check from there what is the place, where the place is. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, before we take it out, we need to mark it so that we don't make You don't make shot. How do you connect tower coil? You need to give me more information than that, bruh. Is it dual 4, dual 2, dual 1? You need all of that. Is the amplifier 1 ohm stable? You need all that information to say safely how you connect it. Safely connected, if it's just one, I would say positive, positive, negative, negative. And oh shit, this is, I gotta change the tensile wire. Okay, so oh man, the cone is so badly damaged on this as well. Ooh. Okay, 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 yeah, the stuff on the coil. Where is our torch? Well, okay, there we go. Dual 4 ohm to 2 ohms, positive to negative, and then the positive and negative to the amp. That's 2 ohms. ESP, I just opened it up, my guy. I never did that thing yet. Now I want to show you something. Can't see like that. See all of the spots here? That stuff that's on there. I don't know what this. It looks like it feels sticky still. So I don't know if it's you don't have to be concerned if it sounds the same, but I would say if you can, don't do this. Don't do that. Rather put it here and then put it on the inside to stop it. Put some silicone or even glue and put it on the inside. Okay, my brass cone is damaged here also. I don't know if you can see that. This cone is damaged here. I'll put some resin here for him so it can toughen up the cone in the back. But this, my friend, is concerning to me. The coil still looks fine, but why it's getting stuck, I'm thinking it's all of these things here. I don't know if you guys can see this. Okay, let me do this rather. ESP, I'm still waiting for you to tell me what caca I'm causing. What am I doing? Can you see that? That is what my concern is. That's what's catching on the bottom, and I don't know what that is. All of that, this here, is catching on the sides, which is making this coil get stuck. So I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to check here inside now with the torch to see what's happening there. If there isn't anything on the center pole or anything. It doesn't look like. Okay. No, it arced somewhere in some places on the inside. I don't know if you guys can see it. Right here where my finger is, right? Check there. Let me move the light a bit better. I think you can see it now. It's arced there. Nah, the woofer's been playing, man. They got it out of a guy's car. It's been touched. You can see there where the marks are, the burn marks. That's where it's touching. It was touching there. That's that funny marks that it's got. That's on it. These things here. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to. Well, I'll send him a message and see what he says. But I don't know if you all can see this. The whole cone is damaged. And I think you can see that on the camera. So I'll put some resin on the whole cone. That's where it tore. That's where they closed it there. Then there's another damage there, which is over here, but that doesn't come through. There is no other damage that comes through here. Yeah, that's about it, I think. No, it won't. It'll stiffen up the cone only. And I won't do it just to this one. I'll do it on the other one as well. So it kind of unifies, because the top here, it's carbon paper pressed. It's carbon paper pressed. So, but the spider still looks decent. It's not saggy or anything. So that's good. But the tensils is fucked. So I'll put new tensils on here. Now this is not gonna take, this is not a 2-3 day job this year. It's a little bit more, because this is not gonna have to dry, and for that dry takes a bit of a while. Also, as Mr. Andrew, what I'd like to do is just, I don't know if you guys could see that. Let's clean this back camera. There we go. The state of the basket that I will now change. How's it, man? What's the spiky? Alright. Let us clean this, bruh. I don't want to use you because you faulty, bruh. You were rough, man. I don't smoke rough ones. I want the sladder ookies. Where's the smooth one? Where is the smooth one? If I could ask wifey now, she's gonna move me and say, yeah, I told you. You need to clean your place up. But it's usually the thing. It's there. I know it's there. I'm gonna walk there now. And I got another one here. I might as well just use this, but I don't really want to use him. But anyways, nah, this is gonna need some bleach, bruh. That the one is fine. She's sleeping. She had a day today. Yeah, I've got a 12-inch box. I've got a 15-inch box. I've got a 10-inch box. Yeah. Alright, that's the first one. Let me get the second one. You have to test them to see if there is no mechanical noises. You've got to test to make sure there's no mechanical noises or anything like that. Because a lot of times you sort the woofer out, like this one here is done. But when I tested it, there's noises. Because when I opened it, I didn't mark which way I opened it. So when I put it back again, I didn't know which way was which. So I just dropped it in, and turns out after testing it now I had it the wrong way. So now I've got to open that again, the 15-inch. I've got to open that one up again and redo the whole thing again. Well, not redo it, basically this here is like that, and the other one is there. How I closed it was, you see how it is here, the C is there, the X is there. When I closed it, I put the X there and the C on the other side. So now I gotta take it out and turn it around and put it back in, and that'll solve the problem. There's specific ways that the whole speaker gets fitted, and when the glue sets, it sets in that specific way, and if you turn the speaker around in a different way, the setting will be slightly off. Even though it's minute, when you look at it you'll never see it, but that 0.1 millimeter or 0.05 millimeters is not where it's supposed to be, so it'll touch. Hey man, you're asking me funny things here, box setups for subs and all the things there. My guy, my view on these things and you guys' views is not the same. I can't help you with that, man. The best box setup, I can't help you with it, because your question is so broad. I can tell you, make it a narrow box with a long port and fire the port to the side, and then you're gonna have that in a carry bucky, and you're gonna put it in the back. Then I'll tell you, put it in a big box with a nice round 3-inch port and make it 400 centimeters long, and then you listen to rave, and 400 centimeters is the wrong size. When it comes to boxes, my guy, you need to give the most amount of, like, every single detail you can give when it comes to boxes. You gotta say what music you listen to. When your father's in the car and he drives it, what music does he listen to? If your mother's in the car, what music she listens to? Your sister drives the car, what music she listens to? Your wife drives the car, your lady drives the car, what do they listen to? Do they listen to the music very loud? So you're gonna need to have a box that's going to be able to play all of that. The conversation is not as simple as put a box so big, so high, what, and it's not that easy. The guys that come onto this group here, that comes onto my life, you get educated very quickly. Your mind is blown apart very fast, because the minute you ask me a question and I tell you something, immediately your brain is like, huh? What you talking about now? No, all I want to know is just like what I must know. That's not how it works, my friend. Does SVC subs need support on the box? Bruh, SVC sub has got nothing to do with what it needs for the box or not. What SVC sub is it? When was it SVC sub made? If it's old school SVC subs, they like ports, they like seal boxes, because it was designed for it. What brand SVC sub is it? Because the brand will tell you roughly what the market is for. No, man. A target thump is for that flea market. You buy a box with a flea market there for that subwoofer. You see, the problem is you guys talking about, you asking a question on a target thumb like it's a it's a venom. You must understand what woofer it is. That thing was, what was the purpose for that woofer? No, 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 no. The problem with lecturing is that there's very few people that would actually come for the lecture, because people that is in the industry will say, what the fuck do I know about sound? And a lot of people will back that up and say, what did you accomplish? I was having that conversation with my mother earlier, and I was telling her, there was a guy who was telling me, yeah, Alco, why are you talking so much? It's not like you ever did a 150 in your life. And I told him, yeah, I didn't do a 150 in my lifetime because I said I'd never ever want to do a 150 in my lifetime. Why? Because it seems like the minute you do a 150, all of a sudden you're very well respected. You know your shit. You know everything, yeah, bruh. But let's have the conversation of how did you get that 150? Huh? How you got it? What you did? You took out your pocket, you left a blank check there and said, here's the keys. Phone me when my car is ready. I want to go for that show. When that show is done, I want to do a 55. And you paid for it. Now you want to come and tell me that I don't know shit. Let me see something here quickly. Here we go. I don't know if you'll know this. Right? There's the third place one. We've got second place one there also. You know? Where are you now? Look at the date. You see the date? That's when I was competing. Where's my other one? You see the date? Check the date. That's when I was competing. The year 2000, 2003. The problem is, I say this is how the actual conversation went. You carry on like you know everything in sound. I said, no, I don't know everything in sound. But here's my background. I've been competing since 2003, 2005. I think it's 2005. I've been competing since then. And obviously, here and there, I fell off and on and on and that. Right. But I've been in this thing since 2000. Since the year 2000. Understand? Number one. Number two, what you know about sound now, I have probably forgotten. Firstly. And on a better note, you can do the maths how long it's been since 2005 till now. That's many years. And in all those years, you may look at it and say, I failed for all of those years never to make a 150. But then I give you my perspective. You look at it and say, if I have been doing this thing and going into the lanes for 20 years, and in 20 years I never did a 150, you look at it as failure. I look at it as, I have been doing this for the past 20 years, and for 20 years I know how not to do a 150. I know how not to do a 150. For 20 years I've been doing that. I know what not to do to get a 150. What to do to not get a 150. If you don't want a 150, I'm your man. Which is why when guys come on here and ask me about musical setups, and let me rephrase, because this part can clip out and then people can use it against me in the court of law. So let me rephrase. Guys will come to me and ask me for They want setups to play in the car seat. If you want a box, also, I'm not even gonna do that. I don't do boxes, but I'm saying, in the context of the conversation, if you want a box for the car seat, I can build you a box for the car seat, and you are going to be more loud in the car seat. The problem with you guys is that you don't understand what competition means, because competition is a completely different, that's a different genre altogether. And if you want to compete with your thing that you do daily, then yes, no problem. But don't cry and say, I only did a 132, and that with smaller subs did a 160. How the fuck did he do so big numbers, and my car with so big subs never do so big numbers? You came to me and said, I want to put 215s in the car, and I told you put 210s in the car, it'll sound better than 15s. But Tato got 15s, and I also want 15s. So let's build a box for 215s. You build a box with you happy as a chappy, and you go to the competitions because everybody and your mother's auntie was telling you how loud your car is. Hey man, this lady come by my house. Hey, all biryani pots is falling off the cupboards and everything, man. Hey, this lady here. Hey, you must go to the competitions, man. That's the stories you hear. Your ego is boosted. Kop is groot. Daar ga je competitie toe. They moor you down to your size. Why? No, it's not about clarity. You see, that word, clarity, is debatable. Because people don't understand. And why I say it's debatable. Even loudness is debatable. The meter, the sensor that measures how loud the vehicle is, doesn't measure how loud the vehicle is either. That meter measures how much pressure is in the vehicle. Now, obviously, in the sound industry, you are measuring the loudness of this vehicle because there's a sound that comes out from the woofers when you are doing it. So the number that's coming up there is 180 dBs loud, but that's measured in pressure. It's pressure onto the meter. No, I'm not selling nothing. Stop asking for sale. This is being repaired. It's not being sold. So clarity, that's a debatable conversation, because I can say my car is clear and I got clarity, and then you go to car see and guys are talking about clarity, and the clarity they're talking about is tweeters, and when you ask them what tweeters they're talking about, I'll show you what tweeters they're talking about. They're talking about this tweeter. This is the tweeter they're talking about. In my opinion and my experience, there's no language and place on this planet of Earth that you are going to convince me that thing plays clear, because that thing is too harsh. It's loud and it's harsh on the ears. If you're sitting next to that thing, you don't hear the vocals. You're hearing tss, 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 and it's so sharp that it hurts your ear. It's harsh to the ear. Then you take a dome tweeter. That thing will also be tss, tss, here next to your ear, but it doesn't hurt you. That is a softer tweeter. In terms of clarity, in terms of vocal cleanliness, the dome tweeter is better than that thing. However, if you go to a sound competition, everyone's running that, unless you go into a SQ. SQ, you'll never find them with that. And if they do find them with those things, the way that thing is been tuned and turned down, you will never in your life believe that thing is actually on. Because how is this thing on and it's not sounding like that, like how it was sounding like in the taxi? So the words we use is in your mind. When you say, nah, I want to just sort out my clarity, what you're actually saying is you want to sort out your vocals. Because your vocals is being drowned by your bass, which is what I was mentioning earlier with my 12s. The 212s in the car is loud and it is overpowering my vocals. And I'm not going to turn the vocals louder because they are very loud already. But the 212s in the car, because the vehicle is unprepped, there's no sound deadening or nothing on the car. Every rattle that 12s make, you hear it. No, I don't know the RMSs. KRK speakers, I don't know what that is, boss. Send me a photo on my WhatsApp. The link is in my bio. Vocals, my friend, is very important in your system. You need to you must ask yourself, what do you want to listen to? Do you want to actually hear the music you're listening to? And then what type of music do you listen to? And I said this on my last live. We need to have a conversation as to where are you getting, what music are you listening, where are you listening to your music from? USB, CD, auxiliary, Bluetooth. Yeah, studio speakers. You need to send me a picture, because last time a bra was asking me about studio speakers. I said yeah, and then a dude sent me the whole board where all the switches are on and there's speakers on there as well. I don't do that. That's basically like a Bluetooth speaker, and I don't do that also. The Bluetooth speakers, I don't touch that. Yeah, but overpowering, treble and all that things, it's settings. Now I've set the amplifier as low as I possibly can. As low as I possibly can. I showed you guys on the video. From here, my gain, I lifted it up to there. My low pass, it's also basically up to there. And my bass boost is also up to there. And the car is moving. So, and when I'm playing it, basically for me now, like when I play full tilt while I'm driving around, my guy, I can't hear sometimes the vocals because the bass is overpowering. I gotta turn the bass down slightly so that I can hear what music is being played, because there's so much rattling on the car. I can't hear what the vocals is, and I'm sitting in the car. I can only imagine what it sounds like outside. Mr. BC, I'm in Boksburg North in the East Rand. Yeah, look, the education is coming. It's coming in slowly, but it's coming. At least it's coming. You know, as slow as it may be, it's coming at least. Because thanks to places like TikTok and all the things there's a lot of people that are that got like pages and stuff where they doing videos and stuff and showing people a bit more. So the education is actually, I think it's sticking now to people, because it's no longer just words. There's actual visual aid where they can see what you're talking about. Like I was saying, let me see. Just hold on, guys. Just gotta tell the people I'm on a live. Mr. Tees, let me just show you something here quickly. Okay, it's opened up right now. Okay, I don't know if you can. Oh, fuck. Maybe if I turn it the right way, nah. If you can see all of these things, it's causing the sub to get stuck. So this coil is getting locked when you're pushing it down. It's not free, it's getting stuck there. I don't know what that stuff is. I can't clean it because I don't know what it is. Sharp, Mr. Ron. The tensor wise, yeah, sharp, no problem with that. I checked on this one here. There's a damage here. That one, it doesn't go all the way through, so that's fine. But also the cone here is damaged. So what I'll do for you is I'm gonna put resin on the back here, but I'll do the same on this one as well. I'll put resin on the back, so they're both basically the same. They both will play the same. Don't worry with the resin and stuff, I'll dollar that for you, no stress. But as for this here, my guy, I don't know what it is. I can't rub it down with anything because it's gonna damage the coil. So I don't know what's the way forward there. But I think what I'll do is I'll message you on WhatsApp after the live, or let's rather say I'll message you tomorrow and then we can talk about this. But that's what it looks like here. The top here is hell of a damaged, and as you can see, the whole inside is heavy damaged. The whole inside of the former is barely damaged. But this one here was getting stuck. It doesn't go down. I'm gonna open up this one here now. How's it, Mr. Dion? I don't know that place, man. If there's shade there, is it in a complex, is it a shopping center, or what's the issue there? I don't know. I've never been. I can't even remember where it was. I just know it's Campton. I didn't look at that flyer lekker to see where it is, or because normally when I get stuff like that, I go into Google Maps and then I go check what the place looks like, Google Earth, and then check the surroundings, maybe where it is at, and there's a shop across the road or something. Walaikum salam, Peter. But yeah, I don't know what's going on there, so I don't know. I'm in Boksburg North in the East Rand. Yeah, this one came loose, some off one time. He's completely off. Okay, and then alright, so this one here, okay, he must be on this side. Let's just mark him one time. Let's mark this off. Mr. Hinan, how's it going? Yeah, I saw that one, Mr. Hinan. That's one of the last shows of the year, man. I need to come for that one. Oh yeah, okay, seeing as I got a lot of people on here. So guys, 12-inch cones with surround, I'm be getting in November. This is what it looks like. Very good quality. They're gonna be going for 5 clippers, actually 450. I don't know, 450, 500 bucks, 450 for the cone with the surround. I'll be getting them in. This is the ones that I was trying to get, and I finally got a guy. They sent me 2 as samples, and damn, bruh, I am overly excited because the quality of this is so bloody good, and I can't wait to put this on the earthquakes. They're finally gonna finish them. So these will be coming in November. 450 for cones, around $500 because it comes with a dust cap. Where the dust cap at? Let me get a dust cap, I'll show you once. Yeah. And then comes with the dust cap. So yeah, 5 clippers. It's going to be good, man. I'm really happy I came right with that, because you know, if you've been on my live, you've heard me talk about how I've been begging people to get these spares, and I've not been able to. If I happen to do well with these, they sent me 2 samples, and I gotta give the go-ahead for the other 8 to come, because I said I want 10. So they said they'll send me 2 as samples, and if I'm happy with it, then they'll send the other 8. So I'm happy with it, so they're gonna be sending me the other 8. Cone separate from the spider, you'll have to re-glue it, my guy, and you have to take it out and to re-glue it, because the glue needs to go into all the nooks and crannies, and it's better to glue it from the top and the bottom so that it doesn't separate again. So I'll be getting that in November, and if things go well with that and I get those basically sold out, they'll get me another 10 of the 12s, and then they're going to send me 4 of the 15s with the same surrounds and everything. So that's a lekker high surround for 15-inch. So yeah, we're moving on up, my guys. I've begged for long enough. No stickers to put on a dust cap, nothing like that. You do what you want to. If you want to put a sticker, you make the sticker and put it. I got no qualms with that, but me, I'm not putting stickers and stuff on it. There's no need for that. You know where you got it from. If you want to tell people where you got it from. It's fine, I'm happy with that. I don't want to do stickers and other things. I put so much effort and time into it previously. Man. Like, I'm exhausted with the hating. You know what I mean? I'm exhausted with the haters, bro. That's the thing for me. Oh, maybe I must join Mr. Heenan's live, and I'll talk to him while I'm busy on with this shit. We can talk about the 1st of November. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. While I'm doing this work, we're having a conversation about the show. Yeah, you're burning now, ne? All the silicone is burning. Yeah, I saw on this one, there's a cut on the side here. I'll just do a patch from inside so that at least it's not so, it won't go further, it won't stretch further. I didn't clean this thing. I thought I did. Ah, you blocked some. Ah, it's burning me. I thought I cleaned it. Yeah, I checked it. Well, hopefully this weekend goes well. Yeah, no stress, my guy. Thanks for participating. You know, always appreciate it. Don't forget, you can check on the live on the YouTube. Link is in the bio also. What's happening, Sterky? Thanks, man. Okay, that should be good enough. That should be good enough. Ah. There we go. He's also off. I see there's a cut here. We'll patch him from inside. Okay. Alright. Yeah, this one is still original. Ah. Okay. Let's open you up now. Where's my footer keys? Come on now. There we go. Last in there. That's it right there. You can go off. Get some mineral in the gut. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. This thing was recoiled. Jason, it depends on you, bruh. It depends on you how long they last. Because they broke. When they were with you, they broke, and I fixed them. They working, and I give them back to you. If you never change or go and look at your setup as to why they broke in the first place, plus, and I'll tell you, when I look at it, I'll say, this is where you went wrong. If you don't go change any of that, and you're putting new stuff into a failed system, it's gonna fail again. So the lasting part is all up to you, my guy. Remember one thing very important, né? When you go to AutoStyle and go buy the woofers, they tell you there's no repairs, there's no guarantee on subwoofers and speakers, right? So if they're not willing to guarantee the stuff, you come here, I fix it. Like I say, I show you what it looks like. All the cack you did, what does the cack look like? I show it to you. This is what shit you did. This is how you broke your speaker. You say, yeah, hey, you know, that one cherry, she was looking at me, I got nervous. Then I fix it. Now it's looking gorgeous and I give it to you, and then what do? The chair is looking again. I can't help that, my guy. I can't help that. That's out of my hands. Because when you brought it to me, this whole thing was like this. You see? It looked like this when you bring it to me. After you bring it to me and it looked like this, I make it look like this. You see the difference? You see the difference? And then, after it's like this, you see the girl, and then she make you make like this again. So now, then you look at me and say, repair work isn't so good. You putting it into the same system it broke. If you don't change stuff, my guy, you're gonna get the same result. So this one here, somebody glazed this. It's called glazing when they put, can you see how shiny the coil is? Look how shiny this coil is, right? Let's see, let the light catch it. There we go. You can see how blinky there, nah? And then you look at this coil. Woo, this one is shining even better. There we go. Look at this coil. You can see there's no glitter gloss on this one. This one's got resin on the coil. So look, all the coils are still, well, it looks fine. I guess I'm gonna find out once I test it, because I have to test the coil now to join the coil to the new utensils. I'll have to test the coil. Okay. No, this one looks like it's torn, but it's not. Yeah, see this one here? There's a hole here, right? So what I'll do is, on the inside, I don't know if you can check it, there it is. This hole here, this one here, I'll patch it on the inside so that it doesn't peel through. Oh, that's the one that they sealed there. Yeah, that's about it, eh? But this one here, some of it came off there, and then here's where the problem is for me, I feel. Because it feels like it has a lip. It's not, yeah, it's reached here. There's nothing on the inside, but here it feels bumpy. Like it's not straight, it's like it's going over like that. And yet this one is cleaner in its, when you're pushing it down. This one here got no catching, nothing. But that one there, hell of a bad. So yeah, I don't know. Mr. T's, I don't know if you're still here. I don't know what you want to do, my guy. I know we're trying to save money here as best as we can, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel looking at what the coils look like. to put it all back together again, because I don't know how long this is gonna last. I'm gonna take wires from here basically to join to the new tensile wires, right? I'm gonna take wire from here, from the coil. I'm gonna solder it here, and then I'm gonna join it to the new tensile wire. But then I don't know if this was recoiled, if it's still the original coil, or what is the issue. But I'm not gonna feel very safe to say, Mr. T's, there you go, the subs is nah. I don't know. And both of them, this one is actually worse because I feel like it is actually, that's why. Yeah, you see, I show you. Here's the reason why. You see that gap there, here in the middle. You see that gap? You see here, there's supposed to be a gap there. This thing doesn't have a gap. It's closed completely. That's why it's getting stuck. So that okay there, I can't put it back because it's not gonna work. It's locking. Watch this here, right? You see, it's going down, okay? Let's put you one side. Let us bring you up here. Watch this one. See, it's not even going down. You see? Now watch here. It's locked. So you're gonna have to do the coil on this one because that whole thing is like that. But Mr. T's will talk online. Don't worry. We'll talk tomorrow, Mr. T's, about everything. Don't stress your mind about things. But there's no way I can send this back to you just by making a plan and say, sharp, okay. Can't do that. So yeah, that one is done. Let's do this one now, because why didn't I look what I was doing? No, you bloody idiot. Was connected to the amp stop. Okay. Alright. Okay. I think we need to put them in here. Boobins. This guy, I gotta take this part and put it that side. Just need to 180 him, then he'll be sharp. I had a feeling it was too good to be true. Just the way everything was going smoothly with this one. The sub don't like me, guys. That's why I'm trying to make a plan here. I've got a customer, not a customer, I've got somebody who was going to be a customer who's got two 12-inch Starson mofos, 12s, and they're both dead. And he was asking me if he is it worth it to fix the mofos, or should he just rather buy a single 15? So I said, look man, then what you gonna do with the mofos? He said, nah, I don't know, I'll see, maybe I'll sell it to somebody or whatever. So I said, okay, look here. I got this 15-inch. And I explained to him what this 15-inch is and what. And I told him, look man, here's the deal. You bring me the mofos and I'll give you the 15 comp, right? And that way, we both get what we want. You get a 15-inch comp woofer, which is strong, and I get the two mofos. Now, full disclosure, I only want the mofos for the magnets because I want to put my 18-inch baskets on that, and then I know I'm sorted because my 18-inch still don't have magnets. Well, they kind of have magnets, but I don't trust how I drilled and tapped the magnets. I'm not fully confident that I did a good enough job with it, because when I put it on there, the holes aren't lining up perfectly like how with this here. You put it on there, it lines up 100% perfect, and then you just screw in your goetertjies and you sharp. That one's there, they kind of offish, and then I gotta now go drill more on the basket and make the hole slightly bigger and all that. Then you're gonna have to add bigger washers and all. I don't wanna go through all that process, man. So I'm feeling skeptical on my own work with that because I've never ever done that shit in my life before. So I was kind of like, I don't know if I should do this. And then the drill bits, even though the guy was suggesting I should use oil on it, I have used oil on the drill bits, and then I don't know, the drill bits just go blunt and then they're not drilling further. So I can't even make the gaatjies big enough, deep enough, in order for me to get a screw in or a bolt in nice and deep where I'm feeling comfortable. There's a lot of meat screwed in, you know, so it doesn't pull out. But anyways, I know when I'm gonna be finally happy with how it is, I'll be putting some glue down and I put the basket on top, and then I'll screw it in so that even if that whole thing comes loose, I know exactly that there is still glue that's holding it in place and all of that, and put glue on the screw itself so that the screw doesn't just turn on its own with all the vibration of the sub playing. But yeah, these are all things that make me scared, man. So I've seen some damage done on speakers, therefore I know what to look for and what not to do and what to do and all the things. And that's the cuck I catched on there, is things that you don't want to do on speakers, even though it's mine, I know. But these are woofers that I've been wanting for many years, and by many years, more than 5 years, I think 8 or 10 years I've been wanting 18s, and now that I finally got them, I waited so long for the woofers, I might as well just wait until I get either another magnet of a Taga comp, or I get somebody that I can swap the comp with and get a, what's this, 2 magnets of decent size. Because I mean, I could have swapped this one out with a Taga Venom, and then I would have had 2 Venoms. Because I promise you, the guy who sent me the Venom for repairs would say yes 100 times very fast if I say, I'll sending you your Venom, but I'm putting it with a Taga comp magnet. He won't be happy as chappy, bro, because basically now you got a Taga comp, right? But hey, do like Jeff, man. I want the Marcus. You know, I want the Gladiator magnet. Now you got a Jeff magnet. Man, it's not respectable. You know what I mean? So at least the Mofo 12s, the magnets aren't tiny. They're a little bit beefy. So it'll at least look respectable on that woofer, on an 18-inch. Okay, we need to get this, so it needs to cool down. Just to give you, like, I mean, look at that. Look at Jeff. Huh? You want the Marcus type. You know what I mean? You want the Marcus style magnet. Now, I mean, we got a Jeff. This is a Taga Venom magnet. And that's a XTC Devastator magnet. Now, if I get Star Sound Mofos magnets, they they look like this. They maybe slightly even bigger than this, and I think that would look a lot better than that. So I'll be patient. I'll wait. I'm gonna get what I need, what I want. Eventually. Maybe even eventually I do well enough with all of the repairs and all the things there, then I can buy 2 subs and take the magnets off there. Or who knows? Maybe Auntie will send me 2 magnets from that place, the place we call home. Oh, big subwoofer! We got subwoofer, big one. Oh, for car subwoofer. You know that, Auntie. If you don't know that, Auntie, forget about it. Call me now. Got big subwoofer for you. Yeah, this is now my glue. And my glue is Chappie's glue, bruh. You have to wait, my guy. Don't talk now. What is this? Yeah, man, it was cloudy this morning, and then it just turned into a nice day. So I'm happy that they said after 12, they're gonna do it, so at least gives the weather time to clear out, But the east end is weird, man. When you see a dark cloud, you must run, and the thing is, our weather comes from you guys. So if the weather's kak in a val, drive towards the Free State, and then you stand a U-turn somewhere there on the top and come to the east end, so around the corner like that. So then hopefully the weather think you vying to the val, then it will follow you that way, and you stand a detour around like that, and the weather get lazy, you check, then it don't follow you to the east end. But if you're driving straight to the east end, you want to bring that rain with you. Then you mustn't cry when you hear it's raining. Remember, our weather come there from your guys' side. Then it means you came with the weather. That's -5 dBs if it's cloudy. And if it rains, another 5 dBs minus. Yeah, I'm gonna put the 10-inch back tomorrow. I'd like to come to the show at least listening to nice music. Or maybe I leave the 12s in. They're ugly, man. Yes, it's violent. It's aggressive. And it's weird because the amplifier is not even turned up at all, bruh. Not even. And yet, it's moving like that. So which means that the amplifier doesn't need to be turned up more for the woofers. I'm just going to end up hurting the subs if I turn it up further. Especially at the volumes that I'm listening to it. And where I have it now, everything on quarter basically. Cheers. Okay, the gain is slightly more than quarter. It's in between quarter and half. But just like it. If I didn't have the preamp in the front, I would have been an issue. It would have been an issue for me because it kills my vocal, man. I hear the roof rattling while I'm driving. It just murders my vocal. If I turn it up, it absolutely murders the vocal. So that for me is a problem. I don't like that shit. Alright, let's mark this thing so we don't put it in the same place again. The brother needs to go to this brother. Because that's all we're doing now. We're going to open it and then we're going to re-glue it. But first, we need to open up where we can see there's a gap. I see the gap. Aye. I would slip. Don't slip yet, man. We're trying to open it nicely. We don't want to break things and all that. There we go. Come on now. You're almost there. Yeehaw! Come on. What's that, man? There we go. I got you, but what are you? No, man, not you. I hate when I do that. Lesejo. The 15 inch is 850, brah, to fix. Yeah, so it's the same thing with us. Our rain comes from you guys, from the Val side. But if it's like a U-turn and he decides to go around that way, Kempton's kant, and he come from Kempton side, yo, then we cock here, bruh. Then we cock here, this side. Our Ezra, thanks, man, for all the gifts. Appreciate it, my guy. Oh, there we go. So now here is where I can get in because you decided you want to be 40. I smack it when you're 40 like that, my guy. Give me gaps. Did it open up the gap? Yes, it did. Just enough also. There we go. And once I got one gap, I'm in the game. Come on here. Okay, this is actually a problem. And another good one either. To fix this issue. come. There we go. Okay, I need to glue you back. Okay. And now you gotta glue all of you guys together. Okay, where's my... Yours is 12 inch. 12 inch is 650. Alright. Okay, just one more. Okay. I don't smell this glue, man. It's hella strong. And make a person choke. It does what glue does supposed to do. It's supposed to make a man choke. Ah, hold on. I saw something fall there, and I don't want to now have it heavier inside. Whatever it was is out. Alright, he's there. He's gonna go in like so. Let's go in. Just there. And one more. Okay. And then where's this thing? Hopefully so it's easier. Like so. Yeah. Yeah, okay, cool. There we go. Like such. Alrighty then. That's it. That's closed up there. No, don't ask me what car setups in the house. I don't know. Can't give you us. That's not my line, bro. You'll end up burning the whole house down. That's not what I do here. I don't give advice on things like that. I'm sorry. Okay, that one there is done. Now let's do the big one on the top here. Away. And I was busy with my garage today. I got a couple of stuff to sort out in the morning. Then I got a delivery that's coming in for some new stuff. Busy time here, man. Boksburg North. I'm in Boksburg North. So I'm hoping that all the stuff I'm busy with tomorrow, I should be done with it by 12 or latest by 1 o'clock. Look, maybe latest by 12 o'clock, because that's when the sun is saying ting outside, and you don't want to be working when the sun is saying ting. So I'm hoping by 12 I should be done with alles, and then I can pack up my camping chair, put my hubby in there, pack my flavor, get my flavors, get my drinks, cooler bag, ice, sorted, on my way. And I'll meet you guys there. Woo-wee. Yeah, no, buzz is a good thing, bruh. It really is. Keeps the mind occupied, keeps you off the ledge. Alright. So now tomorrow morning we'll retest it again, and hopefully it'll make cack. And then yeah, we'll be booming again with a single 15, maybe. No cooler boxes allowed. Okay, so they're probably setting top there. Alright. Yeah, okay, fine, bruh. No cooler boxes allowed, no problem. I'll come there with the cooler box, and then I'll leave it there by the entrance. I'll take out all my stuff from the cooler box. At least it was cold enough. I leave the cooler box by the shop across the road. I'll come fetch this when I'm done. Hey, bruh, they don't know West Bank days, how we used to dollar. That's how we used to roll, man. Oh, God. We know how to manipulate the system. We South African, boss. We know how to make a plan. You know what I'm saying? I'll take a bag of ice, a packet of ice, and I'll put all my stuff in the packet. And when I get there, I take a packet out, leave it next to my tire or under my tire. When it melts, me, bro. And that's how it is. There's many ways to skin a cat, boss. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh my god. My daughter just woke up. She went to sleep at about 5 and she just woke up now. It's 20 past fucking 8. Uh, it's gonna be a long fucking night. Hey. No man, I don't know the place. But I'll see. Yeah, it's gonna be a late night for me now. So let me get going. I got that to go sort out now. And I still gotta go make me some chow. Because everybody ate except me. Let me see what I can dollar on my side, and then I'll send you guys the what's. If I come right, then maybe your owns must come meet me here, then we all go together from the side. But let me see now what I can do, and then we'll see. Oh, but Lady C said she'll send it most on the group in the morning. She'll go there when she's dead and she'll send a pin. But we'll see. But until then, my Jimbos, thanks for watching the live. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe on my YouTube. The live will be on there as well later this evening. Yeah, later this evening. It's still early. And then we'll have a conversation after the show tomorrow and see what's the what's. I'll probably be on the live tomorrow night, depending on how long I stay at the show and how the show is. But yeah, we'll see then. Until then, Fate Flat, my story is 8.